Greg, we're looking at our top-selling industrial parts washer here. It's got a 50-inch turntable, 60-inch working height. Let's go through the construction of that a little bit.
Yeah, Gary, these units have a 10-gauge tank, 12-gauge upper cabinet. This unit just happens to be a 5,000-pound capacity parts washer. The normal parts washer in the regular line, if you will, is 2,500 pounds. And so this one's an extra heavy duty, which we build a lot of. The time saved by having a parts washer, usually a company can do a cost justification many times within 6 months to a year on a pretty elaborate parts washer.
Yeah, it doesn't take much in labor savings to know that it's just like a dishwasher. You put the parts in there, turn the dial, you go back to work, turn nuts and bolts, and do something important instead of standing there scrubbing parts.
Absolutely. We build units for the oil field industry, also for heavy remanufacturing as far as automotive and implement remanufacturing.
Yeah, we've even got these in a number of aerospace, and lately we kind of had a run for electric motor rebuilding of a very large industrial rebuilders in that field, which they also come out of a dirty environment, got to be washed before you even start to tear down and repair these.
Right, these are the real heavy 20, 50, 100 horsepower electric motors.
Yeah, and of course the other thing is we can custom design. We have the flexibility to interject all the various variables that a customer might want.
Yeah, we manufacture in a lean environment here, and so that enables us to customize a machine as it's going through the process, and therefore we can do something special for the customer without penalizing them for getting it their way, so to speak.
This is a industrial model that's extra heavy duty. Can you explain a little bit about how we constructed?
Yeah, we use 10-gauge tank, 12 or 10 gauge on the cabinet, depending on the dimensions. This 50-inch extra heavy duty with the 5,000-pound turntable is made extra beefy, just for heavy loads. We use a large trailer spindle, and that really gives a super support and inexpensive to change out should the bearing ever need to be changed.
Greg, I see we got a drive system here that is what I call a positive drive. We don't use belts or chains.
It's a big plus not to have chains that can bind up or rust. We use a direct gear drive. The turntable parameter is laser cut to receive some large teeth on a gear, and then with that drive itself, it's equipped with what we call a Belleville spring that actually works as a clutch. So it's a positive gear drive, but yet doesn't nuisance slip. But if something falls over, that clutch will kick in, and you're not tearing up either your parts washer or the parts that have maybe fallen over or come out of place.
That's an excellent innovation on the parts washer. Okay, Greg, what's the capacity on the tank of fluid on this? This is what customers always want to know, is how many gallons are there?
Yeah, we're of the philosophy of a large volume. This unit has 275 gallons, so that for one, as your pump is pumping, you're not turning the tank over rapidly or using all the volume through the pump. And that gives more time for your heaters to be working in the water. And plus it extends the point where your water becomes, or cleaning solution becomes, saturated.
I'm looking down here at the tank. Tell me a little bit how you feature these corners.
Yeah, these tanks, normally a 10-gauge tank, the end caps, we actually fold a lip all the way around the sides and the bottom, and then lay the wrap within that, and then we do a full fillet weld down the inside and outside. So we're double welded and we're formed, and so it makes an extremely strong joint. Because it's a fillet weld laid inside there, you can see the weld unground. and so you can see the workmanship. We really very seldom ever see any kind of leak.
It's very important because these get shipped across the country, across overseas. We have a unit right now going to Mexico. We put in mining in Russia. So these things may be transported over great
They
distance.
literally go all over the world.
And having a good welded structure keeps that machine in good shape when it arrives and without leaks. So I think this is a very important part of our construction.
Absolutely.